Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Get Wedding Ready with me, Wura Manola. Today's video is going to be 5 ways to reduce wedding stress. Yes, wedding stress. Everyone knows weddings can be so stressful. There's so many things that make weddings stressful. Wedding is a big project. You spend a lot of money on weddings. There's a lot of people to manage your weddings. So if you're a bride going through wedding stress, this video is for you. I'm just going to invite you guys to join me. It's going to be very informative and I'm going to give you a lot of information to help you deal with wedding stress. But I just want to speak to brides. From a bride to a bride, I just want to actually speak and connect with you guys. Let's get straight into the video. So I got married almost 2 years ago. And if you guys know, obviously I'm a wedding planner and blogger, so I planned my wedding by myself. If you're not a wedding planner, I wouldn't recommend for you to plan your wedding yourself. It's just too much stress. So I would say get someone to plan your wedding. But anyways, in this video, I'm going to give you 5 ways in which you can actually reduce your wedding stress, for you to enjoy the wedding planning process, and just to make sure that everything goes smoothly and sails, the way it's supposed to be. The first tip I'm going to give you on how to reduce wedding stress is to find out what exactly is stressing you out. Is it finances? Is it managing people? Is it the whole wedding itself that is such a huge project that you're getting stressed? Is it that you're not getting your own way with your husband or your family members? Is it that your mother-in-law or your mom or your dad or someone is trying to get their opinions in this wedding and you just want to do things your way? Is it that your wedding vendors are just not cooperating? Whatever it is, the first thing you need to do is to find out what is making you stressed. Obviously, it's going to be a combination of things. It's probably not going to be one thing. So what I'm going to invite you to do now is to write down every single thing that is adding to the stress to your wedding. So even if it's finances, you see that you don't have enough money yet, you don't know where to get more money from, or money is moving faster than you think it should. People not listening to you, is your opinion not heard in this wedding? Write that down. Write every single thing down, because the first step to healing or reducing stress is identifying the problem. What is making you stressed? So that's the first thing I'm going to invite you to do. So get a pen, get paper, and just write down every single thing that is making you stressed, down to the itty bitty. Even if it's, babe didn't let me get the Christian Louboutin shoes I wanted, he told me to get the cheaper Jimmy Choos. Write it down, it's going to help. So write every single thing down. When you write everything down, you see everything clearly. This can be a way of you even keeping a track of your wedding, so that you can even go back and start ticking all what you know. So by the end of this video, when you have your paper with all the problems and everything that's making you stressed, I want you to use this paper and tick your problems one by one, so you are going to solve your problems. So the second way that I'm going to help you manage and reduce your wedding stress is realizing if you need help, what help you need, and getting help. Is it that you're not managing your bridesmaids properly? Is it that no one is doing anything? Try and find a friend that's very proactive, likes weddings, and try and get that person to help you. Is it your finances? Have you written down finances? Okay, do you need to create a budget? If you haven't created a budget, create a budget. Alright, if it's not creating a budget, are you spending more money than you should? You need to take a step back and actually think and say, okay, how can I get help? Do you need an advisor? Do you need a financial advisor to help you? Do you need a wedding planner? If you've written all your problems down and you've thought, I actually need help, then get a wedding planner. Even if it's not a wedding planner, get a friend that is very proactive. Get someone who's excited about weddings. There's so many people who are looking to get into the events and wedding industry. Another way of getting help is to delegate. You cannot kill yourself. You can't do everything by yourself. You will be stressed out. Let me tell you, the month before my wedding, I was in the hospital 2 times. I was so stressed that I was just getting admitted into the hospital for one thing or the other. That I was weak, or I don't even know. You don't want it to get that bad. So delegate tasks. Who can help you do this? Who can help you do that? Who can help you do this? You can keep the main things to yourself, but try and delegate tasks. All the problems you've listed on the sheet, try and see who can do what. Delegate tasks to your husband, to your mom, to your dad, to your family members, and keep a track on who you've told to do what. This way you're releasing burdens off you and you're not doing, as much as you should. One of the reasons why you're probably stressed is because you're trying to do everything by yourself. You don't want to ask anyone for help, or you want the wedding to go your way, which is fine. All you need to do is tell people what to do, how to do it, and in the way you want them to do it, okay? So yeah, so make sure you get some help. Also, in getting help, watch my YouTube videos. there's something that you probably can pick up from my YouTube videos that can help you with managing your wedding stress. I cover a variety of topics on my YouTube channel. The third way to manage and reduce wedding stress is to understand the bigger picture. The wedding day is just one day. After that day, life goes on. I'm actually saying it this way because a lot of brides don't realize this. It's one day. Don't become a bridezilla. Don't tear everything apart. Don't go crazy. I know the wedding day is one of the most looked forward to days, if that even makes sense, you know, for a girl, for a woman, for anyone. But the last thing you want to do is to crash and burn and look back. There's so many people, I tell you, that plan weddings that I've spoken to, and when they remember the wedding planning process, they're just sad. They're just like, oh, when I was getting married, do you know the amount of brides that said, that's literally all they said, like they were trying to tell me like, good luck. It's one day. Like, I feel like you need to understand the bigger picture. After the wedding day, you have your home, you have your husband, you have kids that are gonna come. What's gonna happen when you have to pay all the bills in the house? Are you gonna say, oh, I spent everything on this wedding, I can't do anything? It is one day. Life goes on after the wedding, and I feel like when you start to understand that it's one day, and also as a bride, let me also tell you that this day goes very, very fast. Like in the blink of an eye, the wedding day will be over. And you sit back and you be like, wow, I spent all that money, I've cried, and I've done all of that for just one day that has blown by so fast. So guys, remember the bigger picture. What's important? Your marriage, your union, your husband. When you understand that, little things will not affect you as much as they used to affect you. So I'm not saying that you should give up on planning the perfect wedding. I'm just saying that understand what's important, and when you understand what's important, it helps you think clearer, it helps you let some little things go, and it helps you, you know, start to, you know, compromise, which is the next point I'm going to talk about. So the fourth way in which you can manage wedding and reduce wedding stress is to help yourself and compromise. Like literally, meet people in the middle. You're not going to have your way all the time. I've said this in one of my videos. So try and meet people in the middle. Meet your husband in the middle. Meet your bridesmaids in the middle. Meet your vendors in the middle. Meet your parents in the middle. Like, try and compromise so that you get what you want and the other person gets what they want to an extent. If you're not ready to compromise, you're a bridezilla. You're a bridezilla and no one wants to work with a bridezilla, no one wants to be around a bridezilla. Bridezilla just look like spoiled brats. So guys, compromise. It's not by force. If you don't get your way, try and meet people, you know, in the middle. And part of this compromising is picking your battles. If your mother-in-law says she has to make the cake, by all means, let her make the cake. Maybe try and get your own cake and say, you know what, me and her husband thought we want 2 cakes. So she puts her cake somewhere and she shares the cake to everyone else. Your cake is the one in the picture. Hooray! If your husband says you can't spend so much money on a shoe, try and get a shoe that is cheaper. It's not the end of the world. After your wedding, you can rock all the Louboutins and red bottoms and paint the town red. You know, if your husband is saying you're spending too much money, he doesn't want you to get this dress and everything, try and find something cheaper. I am saying this because these are little things. People stress over the most trivial of things, and it's like, is it worth it? When you look at it at the end of the day, is it really, really worth it? It's not. So yeah, compromise, pick your battles, learn how to pick your battles, I would say, with weddings, especially with parents, in-laws. You need to pick your battles. I feel like if you don't pick your battles and you let them get to you and upset you, you will be 100% stressed. You wouldn't even enjoy the wedding planning process anymore. So guys, almost coming to an end. The last tip to help you manage wedding stress is have some you time. Distract yourself. Exercise, go for yoga, you know, gym, go to the gym, you know, go for brunch with your bridesmaids and your girlfriends, watch a movie, have bedtime, go on dates, you know, like live life as well as much as your wedding planning. Life goes on, so you want to enjoy yourself, you know, look for social functions. Just try and do something, you know, every other weekend or every weekend that can distract you from actually wedding planning. You start to feel better, and even when you go back to the wedding planning, you go back with a clear head, with a happy spirit. So try and find some you time, you know, sit back and have a glass of wine, you know. So yeah, so have some you time to distract you away from wedding planning. And guys, that's my 5 ways on how to reduce wedding stress. Easy, right? So I just want to take a moment to just speak to brides out there. I know weddings can be very stressful, and I just want to tell you that if you're not having your way in your wedding, if so many opinions and so many people are putting their opinions and want things and it's not looking like it's your wedding anymore, I feel like you need to take a step back and actually think, what can I bring to this wedding that is mine? Can I just take care of how I look? Can I take care of, my guests and play games at a wedding? Can I take care of the DJ or the entertainment? Just pick your battles and think of what you can incorporate that makes the wedding yours. If you're getting stressed over finance, I would advise you not to spend more money than you actually have for a wedding, because when you come out of the wedding and you're, living with your partner, your husband, you don't want to start fighting because, you've spent more money than you should and you don't have any money left. And I'll say, if your problem is bridesmaids and you've already chosen the bridesmaids, I would say try and manage them to the best that you can. Always look outside and say, is there any cousin or sister-in-law or friend or someone who's not a bridesmaid who can actually be a bridesmaid? There are people like that who would want to help you. Just try and find someone who's willing to help you, who's willing to, take the stress off you. The other thing I'm going to say as well is, if your problem is wedding planning is too stressful, you don't know where to start from your stress, absolutely watch my video on my top wedding planning tips. I go step by step on how to plan a wedding. I give you the best tools to get yourself in order to plan the perfect wedding. And also, I just want to invite you to watch my videos that could help you really stress. So yeah, and if you're stressed, send me an email. Send me an email, wuramanola@gmail.com, and just talk to me. I've been there. I got married. I've been a bride. Yes, another thing I want to say is, if you're stressing over weight and how you look on your wedding, I just want to speak to you from someone who's been through that. Honestly, pick your battles, take it easy, and just, the more you stress, the more you release cortisol, and the more you actually gain weight. So just chill, and I'll say, just keep exercising as much as you can. Eat as good as you can and have your cheat days. Don't starve yourself on all of that, because you'd be miserable. Thank you guys so much for coming by my YouTube channel. I hope this video has helped you to reduce your wedding stress, for you to understand the bigger picture, for you to actually write down. Again, if you've written down all your problems, keep this paper. If you can, please take a screenshot after your wedding and send it to me. I'd love to see, that you've actually done it. You've conquered, you planned your wedding. It's been stressful, but it's not been that stressful. So thank you for coming by my YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to tell a friend about Get Wedding Ready with Wura Manola. So thank you guys. Let me know if you want to see any other videos, what kind of videos you want to see, what kind of collaborations you want to see, and I will do my best to shoot those videos. So thank you so much, and yeah, happy wedding planning. Bye.